All right, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Struggling Day Trader channel. The name is Hassan, and this channel is about my struggle to become a profitable day trader. I've been day trading about 3 years now, and it's still a struggle, but I'm trying hard every day. I'm streaming live every market open so you guys can see my entries, my exits, the good stuff, the bad stuff. Then I do a review every day. I try to do a review every day. If that's your type of thing, hit that like button for me, subscribe, and join the community. Anyway, here to go over my trades for the day. Green Day, the first green day since last Monday. It's been a really bad week. Last week was terrible. Monday was terrible. So happy to have some green to report. It seems just it's kind of like the same thing though. Every day I seem to dig a nice hole and then spend the rest of the day digging out. So I just it's kind of glaring that I probably need to sit out the first 15. The real thing is I need to have very strict entry criteria for the first 15 minutes. I think that is really what it is. Because there's really good 2-minute opening range breakouts to take. There's really good 5-minute opening range breakouts to take. There's really good 2-minute pullbacks to VWAP at the open. But there's a lot of plays that look like good plays too that are really not. And I get caught up on those every day and end up digging a hole. So let's check it out. Let's see what happened today. So clearly up here you can see I got in before the 15-minute candle, and yeah, so I got in. This was a 5-minute opening range breakout. A complaint I would have about this is that it is really wide range, and the criteria for this trade is that the candle looks similar to the pre-market candles, right? So if this candle looked like this candle, this would have been a great play, right? But it's like when so much action gets traded and the price moves so much in the opening range, it has to cool off for a while before it actually moves again. And so this is like the big deal with the 5-minute ORB. Has to be a normal range bar. Same with a 2-minute. So 2 to 5-minute ORB. Normal range bar. Near VWAP. What else? I would really say above yesterday's close and highs. I guess you can just say above yesterday's highs because that would obviously be above yesterday's close. Normal range bar. Near VWAP, meaning the trigger, the top of the trigger is near VWAP, and above yesterday's highs. I think if we go over that tomorrow morning, we can kind of try to be a little more vigilant. And really, it has to be solid green or hammer candle. Let's see. Can it have a top tail? Top tail cannot. Can't be bigger than the body. All right. I think that's pretty good. I mean, really, it's the same with the 15, though. It's all the same. It's all the same. What else? Stop loss management on the 5-minute. Don't raise stop until new high. And I mean, dare I say, I was talking about at the end of the stream possibly doing like my starter position being like half risk. That would be a way to play the open. First position being half risk, and then I can get full after confirmation. And yeah, so like if I jump in 3 opening range plays off the open and they all stop out at half risk, that would only be 1.5 R. And then I would still have the rest of the day to, you know, find my slightly higher, not slightly, but higher probability trades. That's interesting, man. There goes Zom. I just needed to give Zom a little more room, man, and I could have been a part of this. Anyway, that's not really in my playbook anyway. I was just kind of trying that out. All right, so let's go specifically and check out what went down today on Shop. So Shop, this was a 5-minute ORB. Wide range. Wide range bar. What else was wrong? Extended from VWAP. And what's that opening range look like? Okay, so it was well above that. Yeah, Shop just went too crazy at the open, man. You just had to. That was one where you just need to change to the 15 and wait. You know, wait for it to give you a better entry. Let's see here. Also, all right, so -1 R. And then my second entry, that was a higher high, higher low, but did not test VWAP. Stopped out on the way to test VWAP. Yeah, I think even like on the back half of the day, if you're going to trade the second half, I think you got to manage your stops on the 15 too. So, like once you flip everything to the 15, you got to manage your stops on the 15, because that's really the only reason I stopped out on this, was because I was managing my stops. This really wasn't this was just really choppy. Yeah, just looking at this is a good one to flip to the 15 and trade on the 15, because it's just not really moving that smoothly. And as soon as you start seeing chop, go to a higher time frame. That's one thing I've really been seeing a lot, is when you see the chop, just go to a higher time frame. Yeah, so second entry was cool. I just added and raised my stop. -1R. Yeah, I stopped out quite a bit on shop, man. I think I had three stops on shop. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, before I was able to and then I only think I got like 1R on stop on the last one. Third. All right, yeah, so that was pretty much the demise on shop. It was just that at that time of the day, you really got to switch to the 15 because the volume's lower. It's just going to be more choppy. It's going to be much better to read on the 15. So I think like after 10:30, man, just go ahead and flip to the 15-minute chart, maybe even 10. 10:30, you got to flip to the 15 and just trade that for the rest of the day. Yeah, so the main thing on shop was just that wide range, opening range breakout entry that should have been avoided. Should have been avoided. Yeah, it just wasn't a good spot. Wasn't a good spot. All right, let's go down and check out Google. Google has been such a non-starter for me. So this is definitely one. Had I waited for the 15-minute, it would not have triggered me in. However, this is actually a pretty decent candle, in my opinion, for the 5-minute opening range breakout. I mean, it's a little wide, but it's not that much wider than. But it is beneath yesterday's high. Let's see. 188.05. Yesterday's high was 188.24. So, I mean, not a terrible play. The daily was pretty crappy. I think Google honestly is out of play for a while. I think Google's going to be downtrending for a while, so I just need to let go of Google. This was a 5-minute ORB beneath yesterday high, -1R. All right. Meta. Yeah. Meta was another opening range breakout play, but super wide range. Super wide range, man. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Really poor setup on the daily beneath yesterday's high. Not a great setup. Not a great setup at all. What was I thinking? Even the hourly on this thing looks like a total downtrend. Yeah. All right, gold. Gold was a really fun one. So I actually took gold on the 15-minute. Yep, 15-minute ORB. Which is great. However, why did I stop out so fast? Because if I got in on the 15-minute ORB, my stop should have been under the lows. And then I'm waiting for a 5-minute pullback to add, right? So I did not do that. I did not do that. I think I got scary. This would have been a great 5-minute opening range breakout, though. You see that? See how this 5-minute candle is the same size as these pre-market candles? That is the type of 5-minute opening range breakout you want. Just like that. Huge difference. That's a huge difference than looking at Meta and seeing how big this candle is compared to the pre-market candles, right? So yeah, I just messed up on this gold trade. Totally messed up on this gold trade. I don't know why I decided to raise my stop so tight, but did not position size place stop properly. -1R. Got right back in on the 15-minute trigger. -minute break over VWAP. And had some cool ads. I think I was pretty hasty about building my position, but not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, this ad was the best one, I would say. I'm not mad at any of these ads, honestly, because I think I was able to keep my stop at a good spot. Yeah, this was just a really great trade. I managed this on the 5s, but when I saw this, I think I was on the 2 when I saw that. And this big candle and this volume, it really made me want to chase it up, because typically when it starts pushing up really fast, that's like the end of the move. So I actually just sold like, I don't know, 80% of the position, and then put my stop down and let that thing ride up some more and sold the rest up. So my take profits were really good on this one. Really good. Yeah, that worked out great. As you can see on the P&L, that worked out very well. Yeah, I was able to be patient with my stop loss and not move it into the price action and get stopped out, you know? Awesome. Man, that was a cool trade. Made back my loss. And that's funny because this is with a 1R loss. So this actually could have been close to a $200 play. Pretty awesome. UNH. I think, when did I get in UNH? UNH. Clearly not a 15-minute trigger. Why did I get into UNH here? Because this is usually a red flag. But UNH had catalyst, right? Strong catalyst on UNH came that I actually was considering buying in down here. I really thought this was a good good pullback to buy, especially on an uptrend all through pre-market, peak, make a new high over pre-market, and then just come down to VWAP. Not bad. Yes, I really just added the whole position, and I thought we were gonna break for 550, but once we got up here, I could just start seeing that it was gonna break. Let me check out this 2-minute price action. Yeah, I didn't like this lower high right here, so I just went ahead and dragged the stop up, and turned out to be the right thing to do. Sadly, I got in here and got stopped back out. Again, just being a little too aggressive with the 5-minute stop. I know I added here and that made me want to tighten up my stop. But I mean, I really just jacked up the trade by adding there, because if I kept my stop under here and then, I don't know, man, that's a pretty good ad. It just be like that sometimes. This is a pretty good ad and pretty good spot to move up the stop. It was just a few pennies, man. Yeah. I needed to keep it under that whole dollar. It just came down to 542.03, man, and then bounced right back up, and I could have been in for all of this move, but it's all good. It's not really an ideal place to buy, but the 15-minute color change candle, I think is been a really good signal for me. And that's what I saw up here, this 15-minute pullback and then the color change. So just still working on managing my stop. But again, I mean, if because I added there, it was a good place to put my stop because of the ad. Um, yeah. So um, I made out with some decent profit. I actually no, is this thing still recording? Yeah. My bad, y'all. I kicked my laptop power supply off. But yeah, so UNH was good. My first trade was like 50 bucks, so a little over 1R. And then I lost like 20 bucks on like 15 bucks on my second trade. So, which sucks because it was a winning trade. I dragged my stop up, And again, this is chop. This is absolutely chop. So that's when you got to flip down to the 15 and manage on the 15. So you buy here, stop under there, and you wait for another opportunity to add, which could have been here, right? You add at the break, stop under the low, which would have been 542.03, and it never got back that low. So yeah, you really I got to get used to looking at the chart and being able to tell what time frame makes the most sense to manage on. Because I think that was my demise on that second play on UNH. It was just too choppy to manage on the 5. Too choppy. So that's a pretty good light bulb for me, I think. Just realizing that I have to see what time frame is best to manage my stop on. So what was the first trade? Was 5-minute higher high, higher low to VWAP. We'll say I got plus 1.5 R, and then second entry was a 15-minute pullback plus color change. Not too tight. Minus, we'll say 0.5 R on that one. Okay, and then what else we got? COF. COF, I don't like to trade financial institutions because of the interest involved. And I didn't realize what this company was until I got into it. So I don't really mind that it stopped me out. But I'm glad I didn't stop me out red. But what was this? Okay, this was a 15-minute color change. I was even a little late to it, I think. High was 30. I got in at 48. So, yeah, I was a little late on this one. Added a little bit. And then I was just, once it got up here and started doing that, it's time to raise your stop because it's coming back down. That was great. I think I managed that really well to prevent any loss on that. Baidu. Man, I feel like I kind of cut myself off on Baidu. No. Baidu was good. Baidu was good. My first attempt at Baidu, I cut myself short again by just raising my stop too tight. Adding right here instead of waiting, for better structure. Yeah. I hate it when I add myself out of a trade. But that's what happened here. So this was a 15-minute breakover VWAP. Added myself out of the trade, minus 1R. And then second one on Baidu is pretty decent. another 15-minute DOV, and I probably got like 1.5 R on that. And what else we got? Zom was a high of day play. It actually had both of the last 2 days had the same high pretty much. And so I bought the break, and as you can see, I got too tight with my stop. Didn't even add. I just got too tight with my stop because I wasn't really accepting the risk of this trade, and stopped out, and it kept going up higher. Could still be in this trade, but anyway, this is a high day breakout. Man, it stopped too tight. Another one. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Anyway, tomorrow morning, I'm going to try to really be specific about my entries as far as the 2, 5, and 15-minute ORB. And my stop loss management. I think those are the biggest things. I got to be really careful at the open, man, and just try to take the best trades possible. Stop chasing those. I chase those ORBs, like, even though I know it's not narrow range and not the perfect setup, I still see the strength. And so it makes me want to get in anyway. And it can be strong and still not be the right time to enter. You know what I mean? So I got to be really good about that. I think I'm making progress. I just had a really bad week last week that went out of control. It's like hitting my broker up and calling him and asking him to raise my max loss in the middle of the trading session. I wish it wasn't allowed, but at the same time, I do like having that kind of control. But I had some really bad, like, spiral out days. I'm gonna go ahead and show you, even though I'm terribly ashamed. But I mean, look at the start to the month, and then Tuesday, man, it went bad. And what happened Tuesday and Wednesday, unacceptable. It's 250 past max loss, 100 past max loss. That's $350 of losses that should have been avoided by my max loss with my broker. But I messed it up. Both of these days, I asked them to raise my max loss because I've been so used to digging myself out the hole. I felt like I could do it, and I wanted the opportunity to do it, and I just really ruined myself. I had to add more money to my trading account and everything. So now I'm deep in. I started the month, the week, $350 in the green, and now I'm 468 in the red because of last week. So man, you just really got to manage the bad days. The bad days will tear you apart. Like, I ate into my July profits and last month's green month in 1 week. That's crazy. It can't happen. Anyway, super long video. Sorry, you guys. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys enjoy it. That'd be cool too. Anyway, yeah, man. So just trying to get back on the good foot, you know. Be back tomorrow. Try to be disciplined and really particular about what I enter in, and especially the first 15 minutes of the open. You need to wait for a little bit more confirmation, wait for that perfect setup, and try to have a really good green day for green day tomorrow and green rest of the week, and see if we can pull this month out the mud. Anyway, appreciate you guys so much. Road to 500 subs, man. It's like it's legitimacy. You know, all I care about is being a good trader, but it's a nice recognition of my efforts to share this stuff with you guys, and you guys rocking with me, man. It feels really good. So thank you guys so much. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all in the morning. Peace.